So this is what everybody really looks like when they take their mask off after guns, beer, and therapy.
Oh my goodness.
Try to take a shower here, guys. Come on, get out of here. Close your eyes.
Howdy, Hillbilly Nation. This is American Hillbilly. Man, hope y'all are having a wonderful Saturday night. Good to see y'all out there, man. Good to see you guys. I always look so forward to Saturday night to be with y'all. Oh, man. I hope everybody's having a wonderful evening. And I don't know about you, but man, it sure cooled off around here. Oh, man. So, anyway, we have a lot of great people back there in the green room. And so, all we had tonight was leftover Halloween candy. So, anyway, let's get these people out here and say howdy to them. Up first, we have Moondog. How you doing tonight, buddy?
Oh, great. I'm happy to have black licorice, even though nobody else likes it.
I think you can have all of that, I believe.
Well, thanks for having me. I'm managed to get home just in time for this.
All right. Good to have you here, buddy. Well,
And I hope everybody had a great Halloween and a good All Souls Day today.
oh, man. You bet you, bud. Well, we also have up next, Hasbro. How you doing, buddy?
Hey guys. Good evening. Thanks for having me on again, Hillbilly. Moondog.
Yeah, bro.
There you go. Good to see you. Hey, it's good to be with you. Yeah, but I'm telling you, Hillbilly, you said it's leftover, but 5 years ago, that stuff's a little bit tough to eat. I'm telling you. So,
yeah, we found that Halloween bucket in the closet somewhere. So
Almond Joy had no joy. I'm telling you. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, good to have you here tonight, buddy. Oh man, we still got a lot of great people back there in the green room. So up next, from undisclosed location, we have Mr. Pat in the bunker. How you doing tonight, Pat?
Not too bad, not too bad. I would have had some of the candy, but I have kids, and I had plenty the night before, so I decided to hold off on all the candy. And I took a look at some of those jawbreakers, and it said best by 2017, so I didn't figure I'd probably better try to chew on one of those. Might be harder than some of the rocks around here.
Oh yeah, most definitely, I'm sure.
Thanks for having me on.
Glad you're here, buddy.
I'm guessing. I don't know. I'm not going to test the theory, though.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, try it. Put it up against the marble. See which one's the hardest. Oh, man. All right. Well, thank you for being here, Pat. Appreciate you. Up next, we have Garage Guy 879. How you doing tonight, buddy?
Oh, I'm doing really well. I want to say thank you to Moondog for the merchandise he sent. I won a little drawing he had last week.
Nice.
Also want to send a shout out to Ozzy Osbourne. He posted he got the Taurus M44 with the 4-inch revolver on order. Myself, I placed an order for the same revolver with the 6.5-inch barrel here this week. So hopefully next week I'll have it here in my hands. But it's good to see everybody. All those familiar names over in the side chat. And once again, it's Saturday night. Let's have some fun, Mike.
You betcha. Definitely, buddy. Glad you're here. And also, we always want to thank the side chat. They're awesome. They're rocking and rolling already. Man, good to have them here, too. Oh, man. So up next, we have Mr. JH586. How you doing tonight, buddy?
Oh, better than I deserve. Thanks for having me. I'm not one to complain, especially about candy. But the one thing I will say is the Kit Kats, the little cookie in there, they were kind of stale. But the Snickers made up for it big time. So thanks for having me, and I'm looking forward to having some fun with y'all tonight. Tennessee just scored a touchdown, Garage Guy.
All right.
So that'd make it what, 14-10.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Close game there.
It's a good game.
Awesome. Well, good to have you here. Yeah, Mr. Bob. Yeah, you're right. Snickers for the win.
Ain't that the truth?
Oh, man. So, up next, we have Mr. Leather Master himself, Mr. Mark Thomas. How you doing tonight, buddy?
Doing great. I snarfed up all the peppermint patties back there in the green room. My breath is minty fresh. Thanks for having me. I'm going to hang around as long as I can. We'll see if I can make it more than a half an hour this week.
Well, always glad to have you here, Mark, even if you do cat nap a little bit during the show.
Oh, man, I definitely do. We were up early. We were up at the airsoft field, and it was cold and windy today. Well, warm and windy. But, yeah, I'm going to try to hang around as long as I can. If I do happen to zone out, go ahead and mute me. See if I come back later, and if not, just go ahead and send me off. So, great to see everybody. Thanks for having me. Good to see the side chat. Let's get this thing rolling.
All right, buddy. Up next, we have everybody's favorite gizzard, Mr. Gary. How you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm doing all right. Just trying to scrounge up some good candy in here in the green room. I wasn't about to eat them candy corns. So I was wondering where all the black licorice went to. Now I know that Moondog took them all. On it. I'd have definitely split them or arm wrestled them for him. But
I still got a couple in my back pocket, the nice and warm. If you
okay. But yeah, thanks for having me, man.
Oh, man. Yeah, you guys can fight over that black licorice all you want, as far as I'm
That's
concerned.
the best. You guys just don't know.
And the candy corn. Oh, man. Well, thanks for being here tonight, buddy. And last but definitely not least, we have Mr. Five-time himself, Justin Graham.
Howdy, Hillbilly. Thanks for having me on tonight. I was in the back room searching around for some of that COVID/prepper MRE candy stash, but looks like you got it hidden pretty well back there.
You betcha. Yeah, if it comes to the point of having to break out the MREs, we definitely want some candy to go along with that stuff. Oh, man. Good to have everybody here. And Mr. Justin Grimm's been on a roll the last few weeks, on a winning roll.
Oh, yeah.
On different people's channels. So that's why I called him Five-timer there. Yeah, we'll see if he can keep his luck going tonight, because we will be doing a giveaway. And scrolling on the bottom of the screen is hashtag HBN102. So type that in the side chat, and that'll get you entered in the giveaway. All right. Good to see everybody out there. And we'll give a shout out to the side chat here in just a little bit. We'll let everybody get on here, and hopefully won't miss anybody. But good to see all the side chat out there. And I guess we will go ahead and bring up tonight's first topic. And I already had this topic picked for our new garage guy. Had already gotten gotten his or ordered what he was wanting. But I thought this would be kind of neat. We do have Christmas coming up, in the future. And so I thought, well, what firearm would be next on your list of wants? And, and I mean, I say that, let's be logical here, I mean, tank, probably not going to happen, or something, probably, I mean, could have, but maybe not, the, some fancy 50 cal, but maybe, I don't know, but yeah, just like something that like you're considering, is probably going to be your next firearm to get. And I thought, well, that's cool because like maybe somebody's thinking about something similar to that, and they're like, oh, I'll go check this one out, And so anyway, Moondog, we'll just start up there with you and go around the room here.
Absolutely. I'm thinking about getting a 9mm PCC AR style pistol carbine. Thinking either the Aero Precision or the CMMG, and I'm kind of on the fence on that. I'm trying to see if I can. I might have to wait till after Christmas because I'm hoping to go to SHOT Show and maybe talk to the folks over at the booth and see if I can get a discount before pulling the trigger on that. But yeah, that's next on my list.
Awesome.
We'll have to talk off channel, but I'll tell you, go the CMMG. I've got my Arrow running now, but there were some major issues. So.
Oh, okay. I'll catch up with you, Hasbro.
Yeah.
Well, let me hand it off to you then, since you're right next.
Yeah, and you're a little quiet on your mic there. Is your mic moved away from you or whatever? I tried turning you up.
Yeah, let me
no,
is that any better?
Oh, mine is.
Yeah.
Okay. I turned off the echo, but let me adjust this.
Okay.
Is this any better? I can't tell because I can't hear myself. No? Yes?
I hear you fine.
You hear him? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't had a problem with your audio once since it came on.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, there wasn't any problem with his audio. It's just he's real faint.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, that was a problem with audio then. Yeah.
Hey, clean out your ears, Hillbilly.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, for me, I don't have a lot of high goals. I have a lot of high aspirations. So believe it or not, I have tons of 5.56, 223 gas guns. I don't have one bolt gun. And so I got my eyes on one that I got beat again by 3 stinking points. I told you guys at 200 yard by this gun. So I want a Savage Model 12 Target heavy barrel. But the problem is with nothing, it's $1,500 for a Savage, and I have a little problem with that. So I haven't bought it yet. But that's on the list. Single shot too.
So single shot 5.56?
Yeah, it'll shoot 5.56 too. But it's deadly accurate. Anyway, yeah, I doubt it. Not this year.
Well, that's be a cool one to have. So, Mr. Pat in the bunker, what say you, buddy?
I'd either have to go with I'd still really like to have a Henry Homesteader with a decent sized magazine in it, something 15, 17, something like that, something with a decent round count on it. So I'm guessing probably the Glock mag version or something like that. And I'm having a total brain fart, and I know you guys are going to jump right on this, but who's making the lever action that's going to be magazine fed for 5.56? I'm having a total brain fart.
Oh, I don't know.
That's coming out.
Yeah, I can't remember now.
I'm having a brain fart, and it's not Henry. I think it's somebody else, isn't it? Or is it Henry? I don't know why I'm having such a brain fart on that.
I've seen it, but I don't know either. I don't remember. It looked interesting. It looked really cool.
No,
Yeah,
I don't think it's Henry, but I
Is it
can't think of
Arrow?
the name. Arrow?
Yeah.
Might be.
Is it, I was
Well-
gonna say, is it Arrow?
Well, if
We
it's
got-
Arrow, it's probably going to be
Arrow's
Stag
got
Arms,
that.
right?
Arrow's got that funky looking one with the paracord handle and everything on it, doesn't it? But it's wood. It's wood and everything, but it takes a regular AR-15 magazine. It looks like a bone stock lever action, but you slam a mag into it right in front of the lever.
There's one.
God,
I
who
just
is it?
Googled it. There's Tombstone, but it's a 9mm lever action.
Yeah, this one's in 5.56. I can't remember who's making it though.
Okay.
Well, Henry
Plainwood-
does have one on
Bond
their
Arms?
website anyway.
Bond
Oh,
Arms
they
is coming
do?
up on.
They do have the 5.56.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, that's who I'm thinking of because it's got all wood furniture on it. Looks really nice, and it's got a different system. It's got the actual gear setup inside for the lever. It's on, it's got the what the heck am I thinking of? It's kind of like a rack and pinion steering in there, where it's actually gears, and it's like half the throw on it. So it's got to be Henry. It's got to be.
Gotta be Henry because the Bond Arms one does not look like what you're describing, and it's all synthetic.
Yeah, it's that black and everything. Yeah. So yeah, either the Homesteader or that new one that Henry's coming. The other one that Henry is coming out with. I think that'd be kind of slick to be able to have some lever action with a 30-round magazine.
Yes, you use a Stanag mag. Yeah.
Yep. Be reliable.
Oh yeah.
So, anyway, that would be my two picks. Is my want. Anyway, I want more than that, but those are more attainable than a Madu's or the tank that somebody brought up. But I know where one's sitting that I could go hot wire. But that's probably a bad idea. They could just follow the tracks right back to my place.
Awesome, good stuff. So, God, guy, you actually you said you just ordered one or whatever. Was there another one, or would that one be it?
Well, there's like Pat, there's a lot of others. My local gun shop is auctioning off some firearms for an estate sale, and they had several Smith & Wesson 629s, 5-inch barrels, and no Hillary hole on them. Pre-90s models. They're beautiful. Some of them look like they've never been shot. I'm going to bid on one or two of those, but what's really attainable for me right now is that new Ruger carbine in 10mm. I'm very interested in it. I seen Hickok's video on it, and he was just tearing up targets all over his place with it.
Wow. Yeah, that was a pretty neat gun right there, no doubt about that.
Yeah, I just want to hold off a bit since it's new to the market, make sure no common problems crop up or anything like it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's always kind of a smart thing to do, really. Awesome. Good stuff. How about you, Jamie?
I don't like guns anymore.
Sir, you are a liar.
I've been thinking I really want to shoot my cast lead bullets in my 350 Legend, but it's an AR, and so I'm thinking I need a bolt action in 350 Legend, and I'm looking at the Savage 110 Model 10 111 platform. They got one they call the Hog Hunter. It's actually got iron sights on it, and not that I wouldn't put a scope on it or anything like that, but yeah, I think that might be my next one. Of course, down the road, I want an M1 Garand really bad, so maybe that'll happen.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
There's an interesting pistol out there. If you guys are into, good point, Michael Dunn. I don't like them any less either. It's do y'all know who Zastava is?
Yep.
They Classic Firearms has some police return revolvers, 357 Magnums. I've been really looking at those too. And
Yeah, I saw that.
they look very interesting. They look like a relatively small frame and very stout looking, 4-inch barrels. Yeah, I'm really thinking about one of those. So, of course, a decent chronograph is on the short list as well. So
that's some good stuff, buddy. And also, real quick, I want to welcome Ann in here. She's new. Welcome. Appreciate you coming on here. Said Josie Center here. Josie, Wales, Wisconsin, I assume. So I hope you enjoy the show with us. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, welcome.
All righty. So, Mark Thomas, what you got on the list, brother?
Well, Seth and I are going to get up tomorrow morning and we're going to head up to a gun show here in Harrisburg. I'm going to try to behave myself really good, but who knows? One thing that's on my radar right now, Heritage put out a little 38 special called the Roscoe. I did finally find one at the Bass Pro local, but I just didn't have time to do the paperwork. But that's something I would like to get. They're sub $300. I'd just like to have one because I'd like to try it out. And of course, anything 41 Magnum. I like to find one of those old Taurus double action 41 Magnum revolvers. And I got some brass the other day from a friend for 3220, and that kind of has my interest peaked. There were some old lever actions, and there were some old revolvers that are local. But if I see something at the show tomorrow, and I can wrangle a good deal, that might be something I might pick up, just because it's unusual. So most of my stuff is very obscure. Most people don't want anything to do with it because it's too hard to load for. But that's what I go towards.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Heck yeah. It'd be interesting to see if you come back with anything from the gun show.
Yeah.
It's liable to happen.
Oh man. I seen Mr. Bob there. He's talking about a Colt policeman. Speaking of Colt, has anybody seen Colt? I've not noticed him in the last week or so. I need to email him. I don't know if anybody else has seen him. Hopefully he's doing okay. But alrighty, so Gary, we're up to you, buddy.
Up to me or down to me, I guess.
Down to you.
Either way.
I don't understand on your head or not.
Of course, I don't go in for all the big guns because I'm not a big guy. I'm a little guy, so I gotta go with a little bit smaller gun. So I've been thinking about getting that Smith and Wesson. What is it? Bodyguard 2.0, the new one.
Oh yeah.
And I got to run into one. I seen where I could order one the other day. I almost did, but still looking to find one in store sometime. But man, I want to get one of those someday. But I'm not in a hurry. But it's just ever since I saw it at Goals and had a chance to shoot it there on the range day, it's something I want to pick up soon. So maybe for
nice.
Christmas, maybe an early Christmas present for me. Because I
There
buy
you
my
go.
own Christmas presents because I know what I like.
Yeah.
You betcha.
And I treat myself rather well. So
Good. And it's nice that you actually got to handle one and shoot one there.
yeah, a couple different times. And a lot of the people I know that shot that gun said they really loved it. So and a lot of people got one. I think there may be one or two out there in the chat, matter of fact.
Yeah. You betcha. Well, all right, good stuff, buddy. Yeah, that is a very interesting looking gun. I think it's going to be a good one.
And I've always got to be different. So hey, I pride myself on being different.
So, Justin Graham, what's on your list, buddy?
Well, I kind of got my eyes on two different things, and the good part is they're both fairly reasonable. So, the first one I want to pick up a Taurus TX22. I got a few 22 rifles. I got a revolver, but kind of missing that semi-auto. I had a Ruger, and then traded it off for something at the time, and now I need to get another 22 semi-auto. And then the other one, I want to get a Henry, the Frontier model that's got the octagon barrel, blued receiver, and then it's like a 20-inch. So it's kind of some of the Henrys you kind of have to watch out for because some of them are pretty short. I'm pretty long armed, so I kind of like that one because it's a 20-inch. But that's pretty much what I got my eyeballs on.
22s.
Yeah, some 22s.
So much fun to plink with, man. There's no doubt about that. Oh man. So Jamie, would you like to shout out the side chat? And
I can.
What should we have them type in? Anybody?
One guy's in the side chat said football.
There we
go. All right, here we go. Hasbro was first. He's on the panel. And in the side chat, Michael Dunn's out there. He suggested rifle. And I'm going. Here we go. Pat in the Bunker's also on the panel. And in the side chat, Alaska 1, Andy, Michael Dunn, Josie Wells, Wisconsin, Duffer 426, Defense Dad, Dwayne 7834, Jacob S., and Duelman. Welcome in here, lady. Garage Guy 879 is on the panel as well. Fuku YT's out there. Ozzy Orsborn. Michael Dunn said soccer. Moondog 2A, he is in the panel as well. He's right there. Mr. Bob says hockey. That means something else down here, dude. Sorry. I guess that's all. Anybody else? Calamity Gene, what's up? Yeah, Jacob S. Kentucky 10, Tennessee 21. I've been I got it on up on the big TV, but I've got the multi-view. Do y'all like the multi-view thing where you can see multiple games at one time?
Oh, I haven't tried that.
I've done that on YouTube TV. Yeah, that's pretty cool sometimes.
I do, as long as it ain't one of my favorite teams playing. I'd rather watch them full time.
Well, who are your favorite teams?
Well, like say for instance, like if the Chiefs are playing, I don't want to put it small box, and have some other games going on too. Yeah, might go over during a commercial to that, and to kind of see what the scores are on the other games. But most usually I just want to be zoned in.
So, who does Kansas City play tomorrow?
Kansas City plays Monday night, I believe, against
Denver?
Tampa Bay.
Or Tampa, yeah.
Yeah, well, we'll be pulling for y'all in that game because they're in our division. The Falcons are actually leading the division. They've actually won a few games. It's amazing.
It's about as rare as Indiana winning 9 games.
Right.
Isn't Kirk Cousins the quarterback for Atlanta now?
He is.
Yep.
How's he been doing, Jamie? I haven't watched him.
Good.
He's been doing well. I think they're 5-2 right now, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
5-3, maybe.
Yeah, he's a good quarterback. He really is. I thought he's going to stay at Lordston, when he went there, but I mean, I don't know. I think he'll do Atlanta good.
I'm hoping. And we drafted that quarterback out of University of Washington. I can't remember his name, but he ain't played yet. He's just been in a couple of games, but he was real good in college. They played against Michigan last year for the college championship. I need to be able to remember people's names. I'm pitiful at that. Penix Jr. There you go, Duffer. Yeah, that guy.
I got 7 grandkids, and I can't remember all their names right at the time I need to yell at them. So.
I know. There were 4 of us when I was growing up, and my mom, when she was getting on to one of us, it started with me and worked down till we get to the right one.
Yep. Like, why am I being yelled at? I didn't do anything.
Force a habit, I guess.
For the longest time, I thought my first and last name was S.O.B.
Steve, no.
I thought my name was Damn It till I went to get my driver's license.
Right.
Exactly. Well, I want to thank all the side chat for being out there. You guys are awesome, guys and girls, and appreciate y'all being here on your Saturday night. And we got some more topics, some fun topics to go through tonight, and then also don't forget about entering the giveaway. So if you're new here, in the side chat where you're typing at, put in hashtag HBN102, and that'll get you entered in the giveaway tonight. So, anyway, so I thought, I know not everybody's a deer hunter, but I thought, since some people's already in deer season, some of us are not quite, I mean, today was first day for youth season. They got today and tomorrow, but our rifle season hadn't even started yet. But anyway, for the deer hunters out there on the panel and in the side chat, what do you use for deer season? You strictly you go firearm, and like what caliber or model do you use? Or, do you do it all? And I forgot to put black powder in there too, but firearm, bow, crossbow, black powder, or whatever, and at one point in my life, I was hunting every season that we had available black powder, bow, and firearm. But don't quite go that hard anymore. So anyway, just whoever in the panel like to go first, just go right ahead. And maybe you hadn't hunted for a while, but last time you did, that's what you used or in the past. So,
Well, I can tell you one hillbilly I won't ever use again. The first deer I ever killed, I killed with a 20 gauge slug. And I shot the thing less than 10 yards away. It walks right in front of me. It's like, you idiot. And I shot it clean, but it just stunned it. And it sit there and looked at me, and I'm waiting for it to drop because I don't want to tear it up. And the thing bolted, and I had to chase it down the next morning and finish it off. So after that, I'll never do it again. So I moved up to Dodds caliber, Jamie, 270 Winchester Browning. And I killed my next two over 200 yards each one of them with one shot, no problem. So yeah, that's the rifle. Although I haven't hunted in the last probably 10 years, just because my family didn't like the meat, and I got tired of giving it away.
I love 270 for distance, like you're talking about. I've killed a deer at about 170 yards, and then one just short of 200 with 270 Winchesters, and both of them just dead right there. And I've used it closer up too, but if I'm gonna be hunting over along a big hayfield or whatever, I generally take that. Mine is a Seiko Model AV. You can see the black one right there. And I have a Nikon Buckmaster scope on it. It's 4x12 by 44.
Those are good scopes.
And I like my in the woods. I like my 35 Remington Marlin 336, and then I'll alternate if there's a place where I might have both. I use my 350 Legend, but try not to shoot it past 150 yards. And it's an AR-15 that I built with mostly Arrow Precision parts, but
nice.
it has a shell accuracy barrel on it. It's a nice gun. It really is.
Yeah, it sounds like it is.
Just have trouble feeding with the hand loaded cast lead bullets because they're shorter. They're a lot shorter. And Garage Guy, I think Kentucky just scored a touchdown.
Well, it's some good stuff. We also see we got a 1996 Olds Cutlass and an 81 Buick Century out there for deer hunting too.
My wife used a 2001 Ford Taurus that worked really well.
I used the 2016 F-150. That was a big caliber.
Yeah.
At 50 miles an hour, I'm telling you, that's pretty violent.
Yeah. And Gabriel's asking too, is anyone hunted with their dad's gun? And so if you have, while you're answering or whatever, you might throw that in too.
Yeah, I have. My dad's gun was a Remington 760 Game Master Pump 308. I've hunted with that. That's 308 is kind of my go-to. I do like a single shot. And, recently when I picked up my Martin 336, I've fallen in love with that 35 Remington caliber, just like Jamie. So that's another possibility. And if I'm going to do a little bit of handgun hunting, maybe 44 mag or 41 mag. So those are in there.
Dude, I cannot tell you the number of deer I killed with a 35 Remington because for years and years that's the only gun I had for hunting.
I would love to take one with mine. Hadn't happened yet, but we'll see. And for bow hunting, I do like hunting with a compound bow, but I just don't have enough time to practice. So a crossbow that'll serve just fine, and it shoots plenty accurate. If we get a chance to get a deer with that this year, we'll do it.
Oh, nice.
I tell you, tell you guys real quick, the cleanest kill I've ever had. I had a guy shoot a deer out in front of me. He wouldn't even be there. It was a buddy of mine too, but he was probably maybe just a little bit less than 50 yards away, but with a 50 caliber muzzleloader. I had done a bunch of custom engraving for him on, but he shot a doe, and that doe jumped up in the air, kind of got knocked. It was sideways to him, and it jumped up, flipped over on its back, and dropped down and didn't move. I mean, it hit that thing so hard and like no movement. It was amazing.
Wow. That's pretty cool. I think the cleanest kill on a deer I ever had was a buck that seen me and was looking at me while I was running and ran into a tree and broke its neck. Yeah. So.
Why am I skeptical?
Well, nobody would have believed it, but I had two buddies with me. We were walking back out. It was like around noon, I guess. And we were walking back out, and I'd stepped up there. I was kind of in the front there, and I was like, oh, there's one. And I pulled my rifle up to shoot at it, and it was running. It looked, and it hit a tree, and it just folded right over.
Wow. I didn't even know that could happen to a deer on a tree.
It was I believe it was 4 points. So, I mean, it wasn't nothing major, but it was not looking the right direction.
Yeah, well, I've seen cattle do it.
That don't happen more than often.
They snap their neck?
Big racks, and they're running through those woods and that brush. I mean, it's got to be wild.
I got a buddy. We go fishing down on the Cumberland, right on the Kentucky-Tennessee border. And this area it goes through has got some big cliffs on one side. He said he saw a wildcat chasing a deer, and the deer ran off the cliff down 80, 90 feet and died being chased by a wildcat.
Dang.
Cat didn't follow
it. I've been woken up in my deer stand by a bobcat chasing a doe.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Dang. What were they doing in your bedroom?
Oh, you wasn't in the bedroom, dude.
No.
I have this parka with a hood, and then when it gets really, really cold, I'll put that hood up over my head. When that happens, I'm not long for this world.
Oh, yeah.
I find myself nodding off. But, yeah, I was startled awake that morning. It was pretty incredible.
That would be neat.
Yeah, right about the time I got my senses together and saw what was happening, it sounded like a tree fell in the woods back behind me, behind my left shoulder. And when that happened, I just startled myself. And about the time they came right beside my tree stand, and the doe kind of mule kicked that bobcat. And I don't know for sure if she hit him or not, but I know that he wasn't interested in keeping up the chase after that.
Yeah, you get punched in the nose, it changes your mind sometimes.
Right. Yeah, everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Huh?
Yep.
Oh, wow. Jack Russell right here caught a bat in midair. Dang.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, I've been lucky enough that actually, and I have the one. I really like to have the second one, but I don't think he's going to let go of it right now. Got a Inter Arms 22-250 was my first kill with a deer. Then I had my dad's Browning 270 that I've taken several deer with, that he would let me take it for short periods of time and then give it back. He's like, you ain't getting hold of that one. So, but yeah, anything from 22-250, 270, all the way up to my Mosin. And what I really found, I run some 180 grain Wolf soft point on there, and that's worked really well out of my Mosin to go on. And that's what I've got the last couple deer with, even though I haven't hunted for the last probably 3 or 4 years, but I'm hoping to get back to it this year. I really am. I really miss it. So I haven't sat or nothing. So looking forward to it since I got all my big stuff done. So hopefully I can slip away some mornings and some evenings, go sit in my favorite spot.
I believe I'd make a point of it.
Yeah. Now, I did hunt with my grandpa's Marlin 35 Remington lever action, and then he ended up basically giving it to me later on, or well, gave it to my dad, or it was supposed to go to me anyhow. But anyway, other than that, when I wasn't hunting with my grandpa when I was younger, I used my dad. He had a Winchester 30-30 lever action that I used. But so, anybody else on the deer hunting?
I'd say for deer hunting for me, I pretty much just hunted with 12 gauge 3-inch slugs.
Yeah.
Back in the day, since I've kind of moved back to Iowa, I've been so busy with work, I haven't really had a chance. But one of my buddies gets me a deer every year, so I always have one to process. But need to get back at it. It's really fun to do.
Yeah. Yeah, especially when you have a good spot to go and the weather's just right for you. That even makes it even nicer. But yeah, with youth season starting today, if you're VIP, I shared a video with the VIP members. Me sighting in my cousin's son's little single shot bull barrel 243 rifle, and little stinker got a was it a 12 or a 14 point buck with it this morning.
Good for him.
Nice.
Yeah, and they sent me a picture and like, dang. But my granddaughter, she, as far as I know, her and her dad, they didn't see anything. So hopefully tomorrow, she can at least get the opportunity, you know. So, yeah, I'm glad that rifle was sighted in, or that little kid gave me a butt chin when he got back here. I thought you said you had this thing sighted in. Oh boy. All righty. So we do have some more topics, and again, let me go ahead and put this up real quick while I'm picking up the next topic. Excuse me. To get entered in the giveaway, type in hashtag HBN102, and that will get you entered. And also, just real quick, did everybody have a good Halloween, a good fun one? I know we did. We had grandkids come by and a few neighbors, and we handed out some candy and got to see some costumes, and it was really fun. So I hope everybody else had a good one. Any stories for this Halloween anybody want to share?
I could share a photo.
Yeah, you betcha.
All right, I'll load it up. But let everybody else talk while I do the computery stuff.
Yeah, no, it was good. Had took all of 3 little ones. My oldest is 14. She don't do it no more. But yeah, we started at about, what was it? Like right at 6 o'clock as the town whistle went off. And we went past dark, and it was, I think, 8 o'clock by the time that we finally called it quits. So I know I was done walking. But no, it was a good time. Yeah, there was some people. We hit some houses that had some pretty cool decorations and stuff. And but no, everybody was good. It was a really good time. So
That's great. One of my 6-year-old granddaughters really surprised me. Her brother and sister, they all, they come up with their, fairly good sized bags or pumpkin, for treats. Well, she come walking up with this little bitty pumpkin with a little handle on it, and, just not that big. I was like, girl, you need you something bigger to put that candy in. And she laughed. She goes, I got a plan. I'm like, oh, yeah? What's the plan? She goes, people feel sorry for me and give me more in this little one. And then I dump it in the car or in my big one. So she leave the big one in the car and she walk up to the door with that smaller one. And so I wonder how it worked out for her. She said she had a plan.
I got one for you, Hillbilly.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can figure out the high-tech sharing thing here. Let's see.
Move.
This one. There we go. That's the Halloween my wife got to have down in Georgia. You see that?
Oh, wow.
She's in it. She's got her own astronaut suit.
Great.
She even has a little space station she plays in her house that inflates up,
Oh,
But
that's cool.
That's at Georgia Peach down there in Perry.
Oh, wow. Man, she's keyed as a button. My goodness. That's a great costume.
She's just funny as can be, too. Really funny. Anyway.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that. So, Moondog, you got yours ready?
Yeah, I'll share it right now. Hopefully I'm hitting the right button here. Okay. So this is I don't know if you guys watch Fallout. So my wife and I went as oh, where's the picture? I thought it would load. Oh, there we go. This is just taking some time. So my wife and I dressed up as vault dwellers who went out exploring the wasteland.
Oh, cool.
That's awesome.
I managed to repurpose some of my real steel gear. I put on I borrowed my son's Nerf gun, and then I put on my Holosun and a tack light on there. And
she looks slightly annoyed at you in the last picture.
Oh, that's the way she usually is with me. So.
Oh my goodness!
So, but she was happy.
That's awesome.
I found the track suits that we could use.
That is so cool.
somebody actually noticed that I had a legit holster and said, "Oh, do you shoot? Because that looks like a real." Like, yeah, I do. But I use that to keep my my phone in. Fortunately, it just happened to fit in. And those are our kids. My son decided to go as half of the. Let me just forward on to here. Half of the members of Daft Punk. Oops, I went the wrong direction. Sorry. There we go. So my son and his friend went as Daft Punk, and so for those
Wow.
for those of you of my age or maybe older, they're a DJ duo, so that's
Cool.
That
who
is
they
cool. That is really cool.
Awesome.
Good stuff. Looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah,
No
they
doubt.
had fun. This is one of the first first Halloweens where we didn't tail them. They just went off with their friends to go trick or treating, and that's, I mean, it's like, to me it was like that's what we did when I was even younger than them. I don't know why the parents nowadays are so much more concerned about, but whatever. So we let them go off, but we eventually caught up with them. Called them on the phone, like, "Where are you guys?" And we met up with them, and we headed back because my wife just wanted to take the walk and see how the neighborhood was, and yeah, everything looked great.
Now, this is where you're supposed to tell Hillbilly that you 3D printed every part of those helmets, and then he made molds and casted the real ones.
I wish. My wife spent way too much money for those helmets. I said, like, can't you just make it out of cardboard? And she goes, no. And she wants to keep the helmet. So it's like, okay. So we used our Amazon gift points that we've accumulated to buy those two overly expensive. But I shouldn't complain because I probably would have spent the same money or more if it was like a Stormtrooper or Darth Vader helmet or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
I've had a chance to meet the whole Moondog family, and they are great folks. It's
thank you.
Not at all surprising that they do that together. It's fantastic. It's a good crew, real good people.
Sounds like I would believe that he did what Hasbro was talking about before I'd believe a buck run through the woods and broke his own neck.
That's true.
Yep.
Man, I don't know if it's a blessing or bad that growing up like that, we didn't have the cell phones with the cameras and the GoPros like we do now. Because there's lots of stuff that I wish was on film, and there's lots of stuff that I'm very thankful is not on film. So, I mean,
absolutely.
Put it this way, I mean, I'll never be running for public office.
Me either.
I don't think that's a disqualifier, though.
Garage guy. South Carolina 37, Texas A&M 20. Tennessee 21, Kentucky 18. Kentucky's coming back.
Close. Yeah.
But there's only 5 minutes and 13 seconds left. So
close. Game there.
Some big games today. Ohio State prevailed over Penn State. Penn State was previously undefeated, so they'll drop in the standings. So that's an interesting concept if you think about this. These conference championship games. So, like, you got Oregon undefeated, you got Ohio State with one loss, who lost to Oregon by 1 point on the road at their place. So it's looking like more and more like they're going to play each other in the championship game, particularly since Penn State lost to Ohio State. So you got Penn State sitting there with one loss, and they lost by less than a touchdown.
You got Indiana that's also undefeated in the Big Ten, and I don't know if they play Ohio State this year or not.
All right, so I think they do, but I'm not sure. But let's just say for just for thinking's sake that they don't. So you got undefeated Indiana against undefeated Oregon in the championship game. You got Ohio State with one loss. You got Penn State with one loss. They're probably going to get into the playoff. And then obviously whoever loses the championship game would have one loss. So is it better not to go to the championship game and kind of sit there and get well and get ready for the playoffs? I'm kind of thinking there's some kind of argument there.
Possibility.
Yeah.
Well, you've got one team in the Southeastern Conference that does not have a league loss, and that's Texas A&M, and they're trailing South Carolina 37-20 with 3 minutes and 15 seconds left. So you have them. You got LSU with one conference loss, Texas with one conference loss, Georgia with one conference loss, and you people that don't like the Big Ten and the SEC are just going to have to face the facts that these two conferences are going to be sucking up most of the 12 playoff positions.
Yeah, there's only 5 guaranteed spots. That's for conference champions and group of 5 with the best record. And that looks like Boise State right now.
Yeah, they've only got one loss, right?
I believe so.
And then you got the Pac-12 is demolished, but you will have a Big 12 champion. And the ACC is in, Miami won today, but you got Clemson losing by 12 points right now with 1 minute and 51 seconds left in the game. So it's looking like they're going to have their second loss. They've been undefeated since they played Georgia in the opening game.
Well, in the ACC, you're looking at Miami, Pittsburgh, and SMU.
I think Pittsburgh lost today.
I think that game's still going on. It just started about 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
And both of them Pittsburgh was undefeated, and SMU only had one loss, but that was a non-conference loss.
Yeah, there's so many games going on.
Yeah.
On a day.
That still kills me. A school out of Texas and 2 schools out of California in the Atlantic Coast Conference. It is what it is.
Now look at the Big Ten, Washington, Oregon. I don't like it. I really don't.
That's always, to me, been a Midwest conference.
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, have you guys heard the story? I just scrolling down there about that squirrel named Peanut. I actually just learned about it today, and I didn't know this, but I thought this was kind of, I don't know. So this husband and wife or whatever family, somehow they had found this younger squirrel. It was like evidently hurt or something like that, and was kind of nursed back to health or whatever the case might be. And they tried to introduce it back in the wild, and it just since it wasn't raised by its mother or whatever, it just couldn't make it, and so they ended up taking it in as a pet. And the squirrel lived in their house and was a pet, and I did not know this, but they had shot videos of the squirrel, and it does all kinds of funny stuff and all that. And anyway, it had like 1 million subscribers on TikTok, and I mean, and that many or more on Instagram and all this. So they've had the squirrel for 7 years, and the videos they were showing some of the videos, and it was really cool. Like the dad was there making some cookies, and the squirrel was holding up a little sign that said "Helping Dad Make Cookies" or something like that. And and I mean, it was a neat little squirrel and all that. And they'd actually use evidently the money and all this that's brought in from that channel to start a refuge for these animals, that might be taken in that are malnutrition or whatever. And so they actually started a nonprofit organization place for some of these animals. And this is what I'm going off of what the guy said. I seen his video was on, I think, TMZ and some other places. And without knowing anything, he lived in New York. Mr. Bob's like, New York's crazy. Okay, he says the mother got ran over by a car, and so they adopted it. Okay. And they also had a raccoon named Freddie. But anyway, so the government-backed agency, the Fish and Wildlife Game or whatever, they had showed up at their house with cops and everything with a search warrant, made him go outside and sit while they searched their house, went through everything. They had caught the squirrel and evidently the raccoon. And he also said that his wife, he said something about they interrogated her and like asked for information, making sure she was a legal citizen and all this and that. And I think this took like 4 or 6 hours of this interrogation and them going through their house. And they immediately took the squirrel and the raccoon and had them terminated.
That's just evil.
That's crazy stuff right there, man. I mean, that was just
strong as can be. It's like, if they want to do some sort of zoning law and say, hey, sorry, you got to move, that's bad, but you don't kill the animal, right? That thing was a complete domesticated pet. It was really cool.
Mm-hmm. And there was no complaints like in the city or town they lived in, like neighbors. There wasn't anybody complaining. There was, I guess, some online complaints on their videos or something. But, I mean, you're always going to get that.
I hope he sues. And, of course, if he sues, what's going to happen? The government, the people just pay, not those people that did that.
Oh, okay. I just Googled that. That's upstate. Well, that's right at the Pennsylvania border where they're at, Pine City, which is east of near Corning, and that's country. That's not like it's. I was thinking like, is that in like Westchester County, like next to New York City, where people are that stupid that they would say, oh, you can't keep a squirrel in your home. But no, this is out in country. So that's surprising.
Got a bunch of Karens online.
Complaints from the internet community who reported them or something. But anyway, I just I thought this was kind of a heartbreaking story, and so I was like, you guys might go check it out yourself. And but this was it's such an unusual story that it really just blew my mind. And I was like, I can't believe this happened. I mean, I even like taking them and putting them in hold so, these people could like, do something legally or whatever to, try to, get them back, or at least, obey, or, try to follow whatever rules and guidelines that they may have, done wrong, but no, they were, I guess, immediately terminated, and so
Yeah,
that's
Yeah.
evil.
crazy stuff.
That's the problem with a nanny state that thinks they can do everything they want.
Yep.
What do you think Ellie Mae Clampett would have done about that?
Yeah. My mom growing up, they grew up on the White River in Indiana, right near where it starts actually. And she talks all the time about having raccoons as pets. Can you imagine what they would have done if it had been a raccoon? Yeah.
Did have one.
Well,
Yep. I had them all the time growing up, and not too terribly long ago, probably about 10 years ago, I did have a pet raccoon named Milo.
hey, Josie.
And what happened was the other half of the company that I worked for was in the haying business, and they had all these great big lines of hay. And, they'd put it in the grinder and they'd grind custom loads for feed yards. Well, Mama had a bunch of baby coons in the bale pile, and as far as we could tell, she accidentally got snagged up by the loader and put through the grinder. But all of a sudden, these babies fell out of the hole where she had burrowed into one of the bales. So, I was like, well, I've had raccoons. So there was a bunch of guys that worked there. So we dispersed them up, and I was like, I know how to take care of it. I know how to make the milk and everything for them. So I took it, and then probably about 4 or 5 weeks later, somebody got wind of it and called the game warden out on us. And so somebody told us ahead of time before the game warden got there that you guys need to either get rid of your raccoons or put them somewhere else. So he got to spend 3 days over at my brother's house. And thank God the game warden never came. But anyway, I would have been so heartbroken if that little guy would have been taken from me, because he rode on like the 3-wheelers and 4-wheelers with me, and I made him a house outside in one of the trees. And every morning, he was just as good as a dog. Every morning when I got up and I'd go to work, he'd come out of the tree, he'd come down, we'd play, we'd wrestle around a little bit. I'd go take off for work, and every time I came back home, he knew my pickup. And he'd crawl back out of that tree, and he'd come scurrying down. Oh, man. He was one of the greatest pets I ever had, and we probably had 3 or 4 of them when I was a little kid living with my mom and dad when I was, real little too.
Well,
so having a raccoon around wasn't a big deal for us. It was just another pet. So, but yeah, that'd break my heart if somebody tried to come take my animal.
I wonder, like, since the rulings you can't have, like, these pets in your house, under the same ruling, if you had mice or rats in your house, why shouldn't you be able to call them and them come free of charge and get rid of all of them if you call them pets? I mean,
But Dan's got a good point.
We have a siding and a side check.
Got it pulled up here. Yeah. So there's Mario out there. You want to count us down, Crotch Guy?
Sure. 3, 2, 1.
Hey, Mario. Good to see you, buddy.
West Coast weirdo. Filling in for Gene.
And that is not the Mario that my targets are focused on, just to be clear.
No.
So Clemson lost, Garage Guy. That's a final. The South Carolina beat Texas A&M 44-20. And Pittsburgh is playing SMU right now. It's 48-11 SMU.
Wow.
Yeah, that ain't even close. Southern Methodist is putting it on them.
Wow.
And what's so cool, y'all, is to watch these prognostication shows where they
Yeah.
pick the winners and then go back and watch them on Monday or Tuesday night when the games are over, and they go, Because you remember back a couple of weeks ago where they were all picking against Georgia against Texas. They all picked Texas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Most definitely. And
Good night, Mark.
yeah, good night, buddy. Guys, also, guys and girls, get your hashtag in, hashtag HBN102, and we'll be doing that drawing here in just a minute. So make sure you get those hashtags in.
Y'all don't forget to turn your clock back when you go to bed. I'll be leaving here after the drawing to go inspect my eyelids for cracks because I got church tomorrow. But get an extra hour sleep. That's gonna feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fall back. That means we'll be turning back. So, like around here, when it gets getting dark at 6:30, and now it's going to be 5:30.
Yeah.
That's going to stay. I mean,
I get off work at 4:30. By the time I get home, it'll be nearly dark at 5:30.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Hillbilly, you know I told you about that link tree thing?
Yeah.
I was just I hadn't done it yet, so I just typed in a response thing to that. But you know what their statement was? They actually banned my account. I never got a chance to remove the links. And if you guys don't know, I had links to rifle scopes on Amazon. And they banned my account really fast when I posted the one for CV Live. Well, here's the quote. Per community standards, don't use Linktree to advertise or facilitate the sale of regulated or illegal goods and services.
Yeah.
Rifle scope that a kid can buy on Amazon.
Mike, here's something else. I got an email yesterday, and I think Uncle Jim mentioned it earlier on his chat. Now, when I upload a video here to YouTube, it automatically goes to my Odyssey channel. And, well, I received an email yesterday from Odyssey that YouTube has stopped the video sharing.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess that'll probably affect Rumble too.
Oh, Rumble got blocked out earlier, like in January.
Yeah, first
Oh,
year
really?
pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So you just got to duplicate everything?
Yeah, you have to do it manually. Before, both Rumble and Odyssey were great because they would automatically duplicate the stuff that you upload on YouTube, but now you have to do it manually, which is kind of a bear. And there's a couple of services that do that that will you can upload to both YouTube and Instagram and some other places, but they don't hook up with Rumble or Odyssey. So it's like there's a business model out there for somebody to actually if they could get it to work for the alternate media channels.
Yeah.
Somebody can write code.
Mm-hmm.
You betcha. Yep. Yep. That's something else. I mean, I'm surprised, to be honest with you, I'm surprised YouTube let those videos go to Rumble as long as they did. You know?
Yeah.
But anyway, it is time for the giveaway. And what the winner tonight will be getting is the skinny blue knife. Man. So anyway, that's what we'll be drawing for tonight. And let me get it brought up here on the screen.
I need a new knife. I need a new knife. Come on, Hillbilly.
There we go. See, I got like 3 texts asking to remove Justin Grimm's name from it. But all righty. So, anybody but Justin like to count this down? Because
Hillbilly giveaway, go.
If you count it down, he'd knock himself out. But anyway, yeah, somebody count this down.
3,
Hillbilly.
2, 1, go.
I was gonna say, in my defense, I gave away the last one I won.
You did, didn't you? Very nice of you. Dale
Dale.
Pogue.
Yay!
All right.
Moondog's
There you go,
count.
Dale. I still
Didn't
put in
even
a
have
preemptive
flashlight.
fix.
Congratulations, Dale. Say something out there in the side chat, brother.
Watch, he won't be here now.
Oh no.
I hope he is.
Yeah.
Come on, Dale.
There he is. There he is.
Then again, I
Oh,
won last week.
Dale, you answered too quick. I had your answer in there.
Yeah, he's did. I can remember. I was like, I knew he'd won recently on something, but oh man! Congratulations, Dale. And I believe I'm pretty. Go ahead and send me an email again, buddy, because I don't know if I deleted the one I had with your address or not.
Hillbilly. He said spin again. I won last week.
Oh, I did not see that. I apologize. That is very nice of you, buddy.
Yeah.
So we will be giving us another spin here.
So is this where we up it to a skinny blue knife and Moondog's Maven scope?
Calamity.
Hey!
I just saw her.
Congratulations.
She just congratulated
right.
Dale Pogue. So
Yeah,
Calamity.
you did.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
All right. Well, congratulations, Calamity. And
Type something, Gene.
Yeah.
She did. Wow.
Oh, okay. There she is. Sorry.
Yep, she's out there.
Very
yeah,
cool.
that was
Awesome.
funny. She had just congratulated Dale.
Yeah, that was funny.
So, Calamity, please email me at AmericanHillbillyUp@gmail with the name and address that you'd like that sent to. She says, I never win. Well, now you have. Congratulations.
sure have.
Awesome. So we have a few more topics, fun topics we're going to go through. But I do know at this time, I know a few people needs to go ahead and jump out. So those of you that need to jump out, please go ahead and tell us what all you got coming up this week. And I also want to say thanks to the VIPs for sponsoring the giveaways.
Shall I go first, Jamie, or do you want to go?
You go first. I
All
went
right.
first last time.
Okay. So, well, folks, tune in on Wednesday evenings for those in the East Coast, 6 p.m. Eastern time, 3 p.m. in the afternoon for us here on the left coast, for my live TMI live. Too much information, and if you miss this one just before Halloween, Olight just gave me a ton of flashlights to give away. So a bunch of folks here on the chat actually won. So I'm really happy for them. And you got to let me know when Olight gets those flashlights over to you. But I just also want to remind everybody to enter into the contest to win one of these. And I'm sorry that Mark isn't on here, but I was going to tell him Mark should definitely tell the folks who are playing airsoft to get into this contest, because you can win one of these Fiocchi magnetic plate carrier tactical vests. The really unique thing about this is that all these buckles are connected via cables, but they activate magnetically. So when you press this plate, the buckles just pop off. They totally just separate, but they come back on. They just snap into place, and they don't come off until you pull this thing. So this is the fastest disconnecting buckle system I've ever seen. So it comes with all the pouches and everything else, and Fiocchi's letting me give away, so I'm going to give it away at the end of this month, starting in December. So enter the contest at moondogindustries.com/contest, and I'll put that on. I'll type that on here for everybody. But yeah,
That is so cool.
Check it out.
The best contest on the web.
I wonder if a reverse magnet field would release it.
I wonder.
You know, like magnets, you know, they'll stick together. You turn them around, they won't go together. Maybe not. But that is really cool.
Oh, somebody dig up a rare earth magnet, put it on the backside, see what happens.
I'll have to test that out. But anyway, thanks for having me, Hillbilly, and it's great to see everybody. And I'm glad everybody had a good Halloween. And I gotta go because I think I ate a little too much of that black licorice back in the green room. So I'll leave. I'll leave some for you, Gizzard.
And also,
see you later, Moondog.
Tell them about your show Wednesday nights too.
Oh yeah, well, Wednesday nights 6 p.m. Eastern Time, Standard Time, and 3 p.m. Pacific Time and 5 p.m. Central. Check out TMI, Too Much Information with Moondog, where I go through some little more information and backstory about some of the videos that I'm posting up, and I give you a little sneak preview of the video that's going to be published, and also ask for your help in coming up with some ideas for thumbnails on that. So I share some of the photos and ideas for thumbnails on that, and just the random stuff that I find interesting on the web. So that's what I like to share on the show. And I'm planning on having some occasional guests, some folks in the industry, and some rando folks that I happen to know. So check that out, and you get a chance to win some interesting swag. So there we go. Garage Guy showing a March cap that I gave out I think it's 2 weeks ago, and
Yes.
And there we go. There's an Arkin cap. So you get a chance to win some interesting swag on every episode. So tune in, join the chat, and you can win some swag.
Very cool.
All right. Well, thanks everybody.
Real quick, Moondog, I forgot to ask you, did you get something in the mail from me yesterday?
Yes, I did. I just want
to make sure you got it.
Yes.
I meant to text you. And so.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, he had actually won that knife, a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was filling out the order to get it sent to him, I had his address and everything. I got a phone call. And then I went back and where I was ordering it and hit send. I guess it defaulted to my address, so it showed up at my house instead of his. So I had to mail it to him.
It's actually extra stickers. I'm gonna be including these as like extra bonus swag on some of mine, because you gave me a lot of stickers. So thank you very much.
Anyway, appreciate you, brother, and guys, go over and check out Wednesday night show. We've had a lot of fun over there. So thanks for being here, buddy.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Night.
Have a good one, Moondog.
Moondog.
Hit you later.
So, Jamie, I guess you're up next, buddy.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of cool stuff to show off to you guys, but I want to thank y'all for putting up with me and letting me hang out with you. And big time fun. Find somewhere to go to church in the morning. You'll be glad you did. Remember, fall back. Our clocks go back. Jason S. Not spring forward. We fall back. So we do get an extra hour sleep. And thanks again, man. Check us out Friday nights, 8 o'clock on Georgia Shooting Connection.
Here's my plan for fallback. I use my cell phone.
Good night.
All right.
Bye,
Jamie, thank you so much
Jamie.
for being here, buddy. All righty. Anybody else got to jump off yet? Or?
I'm going to stick in for maybe a half hour or so. I
All
normally have to
righty.
get off now, but with the extra bonus time.
Oh man, and guys, also if you've not seen Hasbro's Hammer Time Challenge, go check that out, and hopefully you guys can do it. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed doing them.
I got something to show you, Hillbilly.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, let me do this first. All right. Now I got to share again. This is high-tech redneck stuff now. So I was going to do it with Moondog on there, but he was bailing, so I thought, well, I'll wait. You see that?
Oh.
He's in second place in the 5.56 until Chad over there just beat him today. But
Well,
Chad got so frustrated, he says he quit.
I was using a 9mm too.
Yeah. Well, in fact, yeah, you still get first place for 9mm, no doubt.
Oh.
But then look at this. He's not doing bad. There's a bunch of pros that jumped in here though. I mean,
oh yeah.
I was an eighth of an inch from a perfect score, and these jokers, this guy got it. But then look at this. Hillbilly Up. Oops, it's not Has, it's Gas. Tied for first place with me on the 300 Hammer 300 Blackout, and he did it with a BCA.
Yep. Brand new BCA at that. It had 7 shots in it.
I got let's see this one. I got a Wilson Combat barrel 300 Hammer. He takes a BCA out and ties me. There's something not right about that.
It's
anyway,
a lot of
I
fun.
thought you might like to see some of the latest standings and stuff that's going on in there. But you guys probably know, but everybody that enters gets a chance to win. Now, if you win first place, you get 3 more chances, and second place 2. But everybody that enters gets a chance to win. So I just tried to have some fun with it. So.
Oh, and then,
well, everybody knows it's not the equipment, it's the man.
Oh, that hurts, Hillbilly. That
hurts. Sorry, I couldn't help it.
I'll mention this now, but maybe when I sign off, I'll do some more. But this is actually second place prize here. So from Mark at Shooting Target 7, I just went ahead and bought a couple of these. They're LED light up engraving plate, kind of thing.
Nice.
And so I wanted to get this one to go with all the Steam stuff I have like that. But then I thought, I'm going to get another one of these and give it away. And then this is not third place. We're going to give away a Red Ryder BB gun to actually the bottom shooters, and I don't know if it's through the bottom 1 or the bottom 2 in every category. They're all going to get thrown into a pool to win a Red Ryder. So and then we'll have a Red Ryder contest.
There you go.
Anyway, just a little bit on that. So.
Oh man, yeah, it's a lot of fun shooting it. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think Chad. He said he was done in today's video. I think he's so frustrated trying to shoot that target.
Oh man,
and he's behind you in every category. So
oh,
maybe that's it.
Well, not Chad. Yeah. Anyway, it's a lot of fun. I sure enjoyed doing it. And
I appreciate it.
Also, I just have a note here. Make sure everybody gets out and votes too. I want to remind everybody that, which I'm sure pretty much everybody already has that on their mind. But anyway, I thought this would be kind of a fun topic. What is your favorite board game? And I mean, you could have more than one answer. I know when I was younger, I had one board game that was, I really enjoyed. But then as I got older, now, there's one or two different ones that I enjoy, maybe, playing as a family, or even like an adult get together. There's a lot of fun, different games like that too. So anyway, we'll just let anybody answer that wants to on the panel, and we'll give everybody an opportunity.
Okay, I'll go first then. Growing up back early 70s, mid 70s, there was this board game called Voice of the Mummy. And I can't really describe it. And around here, it was kind of popular. And, I always liked playing that game. Me and some of the neighbor kids, whatever, would get together, we'd play it. You'd have to put a little AA or AAA battery in there to make that little mummy voice go. It wasn't nothing like a horror movie or nothing, you'd have to go through different levels. And when I thought about it, I always thought that game was ahead of its time. And y'all remember the Sears Christmas Wish Book catalog that used to come out?
Oh yeah.
That's where I saw it at. And it only came out for a year or two, that Voice of the Mummy game. I always enjoyed playing that. And there's several other games, Life, where you spun the wheel and supposedly go to college one way, or if you go the other way, you got the little car and a little stick people, and
Yeah.
either you end up going to college or you have 8 kids or something like that.
Yeah.
And then they was, well, honestly, up until about 10 years ago, I had never finished a game of Monopoly. Everybody would get tired, would get bored, and say, "Screw this, let's do something different." Well, my granddaughter came over to visit one weekend, and me and her played for about 6 hours, and I finally went bankrupt. So that was the first time. About 10 years ago, I guess I just turned 50 back in, and first time I ever finished a game of Monopoly. But as far as checkers, I enjoy that. Chess, believe it or not, I enjoy that. Just simple stuff.
Yeah.
It was fun.
All right. Good stuff, buddy. Yeah. So, anybody else want to go next?
Yeah, my grandpa used to make, and it was a board game way back in the day. It was kind of like Sorry, but it was, and I kid you not, this is what he called it: shit on your neighbor.
Yeah.
Instead of the slides and the little places where you could accelerate and go ahead and stuff like that, it didn't have any of that. You had to send your guys out all the way around the board and back into home base, and you had to roll the exact amount on the dice to get them all squared away and put back into the box.
Yeah.
Well, every time you jumped over somebody, so you're always looking to jump over somebody and kick them clear off the board and send them clear back. So it got really vindictive really, really quick. And then I don't know if you necessarily call it a board game or not, but it's full-size Jenga with 2x4s. They're about probably at least a good I think they were 10 inches long, and one of my buddies had a bunch of scrap left over, and some of them were a little warped or twisted or something like that, so it made it really interesting on the Jenga. But it probably stood 5 foot tall, probably.
Dang.
And it was all 2x4s. And yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was during the summer when you were out on the patio or something like that, and go set it up. And he had like 2 tubs just full of these exact cut 2x4s.
Well, earlier, Mr. Bob said don't play Jenga on a glass table. You definitely didn't want to play that version on the glass table.
No. But those are probably my 2 most favorite to play. Even the home game, just the regular Jenga is a lot of fun to play too. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. So, anybody else?
Well, we played a lot of different board games growing up, but probably the favorite was Clue. Because everybody's trying to figure out where it's at, and then you just fighting the whole time to try to get to a place that you think it's at, and it's a pretty good game.
It is fun. Yeah. Anybody else got any?
How about Risk?
Oh, another good one. Yeah, that was fun. Definitely.
I used to play a lot of chess, like a lot of you guys, and every Thanksgiving and Christmas kind of time, when all the cousins came in. I think I told you that story last time with my cousin and Venturous Marksman having the same challenge. Man, I'm telling you what, Jeff could just total genius. It's like I could beat everybody else, but I couldn't beat him. And it's just good times growing up playing that one.
Oh man, it does sound like fun.
I used to love to play Trivial Pursuit, but nobody will play with me.
I love Trivial Pursuit, especially like they come out with some like the music versions and different versions too. So I love playing all of them.
Well, you said board games. What about darts? Because you're throwing at a dart board.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what is always, or I was told one time, I think by a teacher, I don't remember what grade it was, but somebody said they were playing something and it actually was not, like a actual board game. And they said, well, I want to play a board game. And he goes, any game you play while you're bored, not to be bored, is a board game. So you're keeping them from being bored. And so I always thought that was funny. But I liked Operation. That was a fun one.
Yeah.
And Chutes and Ladders when I was young. And I seen somebody threw out Mousetrap a while ago. I always thought that was kind of fun too. But a lot of good ones. And then when I got older, we used to have, there's so many. And of course, Monopoly's definitely, it was always kind of fun. But then if you include like some of the card games, Uno and Yahtzee and a few of those are always a, big family favorite, fun deal to play, especially like Yahtzee, because you could get several people involved, at the same time. And
But how about regular old card games? Nobody plays those anymore.
Yeah.
With regular playing cards. Like the good old days. Or dominoes. We used to play dominoes all the time.
Dominoes is always fun.
Well, the funnest game we played as kids was BB Gun Wars.
Yep. Played that too.
Let me tell you something funny that happened here a few years back. I got some rental homes over here on the property, and Gary mentioned cards, and I told one of the tenants he could cut down a tree. I'd knock some off of his rent. Well, he did, and it hit a power line and took a power line down. Electricity went out to the rental homes. Well, one of the other tenants came out screaming mad because he was online playing Texas Hold'em and had about $120 in a pot, and he got cut off. All that was so daggone funny, you know.
Oh my goodness!
The guy that cut the tree down, Junior, he turned around and he took off running back through the trees to hide. And I'm standing there just looking at the other fella, you know, that was screaming, I just lost over $100. What the heck happened, you know? And he was mad. And I just looked at him and I said, well, I can't help you on that, you know, so. Oh, that was fun.
Yeah, Defense Dad's about right. So I call BS Monopoly can end no other way than somebody rage quitting and flipping the board. Yep, and then Michael Dunn out there had Bucket of Monkeys. I remember that, and Hi Ho Cheerio, definitely.
Yeah.
Yep, pitch. I love playing pitch. No doubt about that.
Well, I looked up that game that Garage Guy mentioned because I must not be old enough to remember it, so I looked it up. That must definitely be a rare game because when you Google it, it brings up a little bit of pictures and a little bit of this and that, but it brought up the eBay thing for it. Wow, that board game's worth some money right now. If you got that thing, evidently, yeah.
Voice of the Mummy.
Yeah, you'd buy a hell of a good gun for the price of one of those board games if you had one right now.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, it must have definitely been pretty limited.
Yeah, I don't think it caught on really well for a while. I think a lot of people thought, oh, it was some kind of maybe demonic thing or something, but it wasn't. You know, it had, you had 3 levels and around the board, and then you had the mummy laying there, or however. And if you're left-handed, you can change your level and move up another level. And it's been over 50 years since I played it, I guess.
If you're left-handed, it's demonic just to begin with. That's a default. This is kind of weird.
Yeah, I see it come out in 1971. That's what it's saying.
Okay.
Yeah. Somebody was saying Operation. If you go online, go on YouTube or somewhere, and look up full-size Operation, and they had it at this event center or something, and you could go up and play, and it had like big tongs, and it was sitting up. It wasn't laying down. It was sitting up. So you walked up to it, and you had to get it fished out of there, except when you messed up, it made the noise, and you got shocked. Oh, it's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious.
That would be fun.
Just got real.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it got real, didn't it? No doubt about that. My goodness. Oh, man. Oh, well, I guess we probably ought to wind this show down and let these good folks get some sleep tonight and rest up for when turn the clocks back. And so anyway, Justin, we'll just start over with you, buddy, and go around the panel. You got anything coming up or anything you'd like to plug?
Well, I was hoping for the video today, but I'm off tomorrow, so it should be out tomorrow. Other than that, don't really have anything. Thanks for having me on. Great side chat out there. I didn't win, for everybody out there. The streak is ended.
Oh, man.
But no, great chat tonight, man. Thanks for having me on.
Oh man, glad to have you here. And go check out Justin's channel and show him some love and subscribe. Got some great videos on there and a lot of fun to watch. So appreciate you being here tonight, buddy. So Gizzard Gary, what do you got coming up?
Oh, the usual stuff. Got my for my channel members, our members only chats on Wednesday at 8 o'clock p.m. Central. And then Foul Territory every Friday night at 9 o'clock p.m. We always love to see everybody there. So we got knife reviews and other reviews coming up, so always check those out. And thanks for having me.
So glad you be here, buddy.
You betcha.
Yeah, definitely go check out Gizzard Gary's channel and subscribe if not already. And his show on Friday night, Foul Territory. And if you're a member of his channel, Wednesday nights too. So appreciate you being here, buddy. Garage Guy, what you got coming up?
Well, last weekend I posted a video of the 605 Taurus revolver I won during Scotsman's giveaway, hashtag Heal the Weasel. I took my first shots with it, and I sat there and explained to everybody why that revolver prize was, special, where everybody come together for a common cause. And Hillbilly, you and Jamie were the ones that got it rolling, and you guys deserve all the credit for that. It was very successful. And my next video is going to be about a revolver I've been looking at, Smith & Wesson 617-6 Chamberton 22 LR. And the deciding factor of me getting that revolver was my buddy Buffalo Outdoors over in Kentucky. He had some really good videos on the one he was shooting, and I'm glad I got it. So hopefully this coming weekend I'll have that video posted.
Cool. Sounds like a good video. Can't wait to see it. So
yeah, the thing about the 617, it is the same physical size as the centerfire revolvers, like the not J-frame, K-frame, I guess, like the 686, 357 Magnum. The thing, it's big, 10 round capacity, and I've already done the first shots, and I'll tell you what, I've had air guns, BB pistols, that had more reaction or recoil than that thing does.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
That is cool.
It's just, that's it.
Dang. That is sweet. So appreciate you being here tonight, Garage Guy, and go over and check out Garage Guy's channel and subscribe, show him some love there. Some great videos. And again, thank you for being here. Appreciate you.
Well, thank you.
So Pat in the bunker, what you got coming up, buddy?
Well, I just posted a video last night right before Jamie's show on some ammunition testing from Meade and what different types of ammo will do what to 3/8 AR 500 steel. So go check that out. Frangible versus regular rounds, and what to expect when shooting at it. So it's kind of a little review mixed in with kind of a safety video too at the same time. So yeah, just put that one out, and I just filmed another one today, and it's on the XD Mod 3 4-inch barrel Springfield Armory. Come out here a while back, and did a review on that, and so with the 16+1 magazine in it. So that'll probably be up either next Thursday or Friday, I'm guessing. So I'm going to try to start posting fairly regular again now that everything's kind of slowed up a little bit. So I'll be doing different things. So, but anyway, yeah, go check out everybody else's channel. There's people out there on the side chat that have good channels and stuff out there too. So yeah, go check everybody else out too while you're at it. And Hillbilly, as always, thanks for having me out, brother. Appreciate it.
Well, appreciate you being here, buddy. You guys go over and check out Pat in the Bunker. Great channel. You never know if he's gonna be in the bunker, tractor, three-wheeler. You just never know what he's gonna be doing. So always some great stuff. So go over there and show him some love and subscribe. And anyway, I noticed our new friend out there in the side chat, Ann. She also has a channel. So I just ran over there and looked at it and gave her a subscribe. Appreciate you being here, Ann. And Hasbro, what you got coming up?
Well, we talked a little bit about it. We give away I'll give away a prize. So the Hammer Time Challenge will be ending at the end of November 30th. And so if you haven't shot it, get out and you can turn in a 0. You can turn in a negative. We've had that happen. Everybody turns in a score. If you could do a video, that's great. If you can't, that's okay. Just send me a picture and an email of your score, and we'll put you in the drawing. But we're going to give away this LED sign, Home of the Brave. And I bought that from Shooting Target 7, and it's an RGB system. You get a little remote, so you can choose any of the colors. You can have it randomly go between. It's a lot of different things it does.
It's cool.
And it's battery or USB powered. I've got this one run on battery and that one run on USB, and there's no difference. So.
Oh, wow.
So that's pretty cool. That'll be the second place drawing it'll be the second drawing once we do the big one. And the big one, can I share my screen, Hillbilly? Would you care?
You betcha.
All right. Let me share my screen because I was able to do this without showing the site and the cost, because I think that might get us in trouble, right? So that's the first place prize. And I have one of these. I've got a video on my channel of one of these. And they are just a crazy amount of fun, and just a lot of entertainment. So it starts off, I think it's like 2 inches, goes down to a quarter of an inch, shooting with 22 rimfire, and it's called Know Your Limit, KYL, and it really does help you train, and it's a good deal, and it's really durable. So this is what I worked with Mark at Shooting Target 7 to bring to the grand prize of this challenge. And I think Hillbilly, maybe next week, right? You're trying to arrange to get him on. We'll see if that works out for next week. So that'll be awesome to have him on and talk about his company. They're a veteran-owned company and do a lot of different things. But I want to show you a clear sign of the apocalypse. Okay, if y'all can see this, I can't win. Okay, I can lead, but I can't win. So Hillbilly is leading. And it is a really clear sign of the apocalypse. He's in second place. Oh, he's in first place, actually, for 9mm AR platform, too. So I just thought you might like to see it, but you got right now, you got 6 additional tickets in that raffle. So
oh, wow.
Pretty cool. But yeah, something's messed up. People get some targets in.
Well, I might do the 5.56 this next week, because the one that I want to use, my granddaughter has right now, so I'm gonna be done with it till Monday. So
I gotta load some ammo for mine, but I also ordered some of the 300 blackout ammo, the exact same 300 black ammo that you shot.
Oh yeah,
because I'm gonna take my rifle and I'm gonna kick your butt with your ammo. I probably won't, but we're gonna try.
Yeah, and that's actually the first time I'd shot that ammo. I just it was kind of at a decent price, so ordered a few boxes up to see how I liked it, and because I thought, well, I'm gonna use this for deer season, and I think I will be. So
it was cheap enough. I thought I'm gonna order a couple boxes. So
yeah,
why not?
Alrighty,
anyway, that's it for me. So,
well, thank you so much for being here, Hasbro. Appreciate you, buddy. And everybody go check out Hasbro's channel too. Show them some love over there and subscribe. Always some great videos on there. Does a lot of precision shooting and stuff too. It's always fun to watch. So anyway, I appreciate you very much.
Thanks for having me
and
on, Hillbilly.
I have some, I'll have some videos coming out with some Olight stuff, and also Olight's new, well, I think they're only red dot. They just come out with called the O Sight, and it is pretty cool. So I'll be doing a review of that, and pretty excited about that. It's a pretty neat setup on there. So anyway, that's kind of what I got coming up this week. And then, of course, we'll be right back here next Saturday night, 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Eastern for Guns, Beer, and Therapy. And again, I want to thank the VIPs for sponsoring the giveaways. And I want to thank all the panel. Appreciate y'all being here every week. Really appreciate you guys being a part of this. And awesome side chat. You guys are just great. You know, the show would be nothing without you guys and girls. So appreciate you being here. And we're going to go ahead and leave you all with this. Oh, and hang on a second. I almost forgot something. We have, we get in the right spot here. We have this to show real quick.
I am gravely disappointed. Once again, you have made me unleash my dogs of war.
Howdy, everybody. How y'all doing?
There has been too much violence, too much pain. But I have an honorable compromise. Just come join us. Saturday nights, 11 p.m. Pacific, 1 a.m. Sunday metric. Just join us, and there will be an end to the horror. Just join us.
Alrighty, yes, DM Foss will be coming up a little bit later, 1 o'clock Central, and always fun. Go check out DM Foss's show, and I'm pretty sure he's back to doing every Saturday night. So, anyway, always a lot of fun going over there. So make sure y'all check him out, and don't forget to go out and vote, everybody. Use your right to vote. And anyway, appreciate and love each and every one of you. And I'll leave you at this. Remember, guide family and country. Make somebody's day better, will you? And if the good Lord's willing, the creeks don't rise. We'll be seeing you all again. We love you. Everybody say goodbye.